Hello, and welcome to another episode of ES Repair. I am your host, Mr. Fix-It. Now, you may have seen my other videos that I've done about power inverters and showed you exactly what to look for, how to gauge your wires to get the proper size. In this episode, I'm going to show you exactly what you can run off of these power inverters. I've been having a lot of questions asked about what can be run off of them, if they need sine wave inverters or if they need these modified square wave. Well, I'm going to show you a typical square wave that's modified. And this is the one I've been using for years. And today I'm going to show you exactly what all the things that I've run off of it. As you can see here in the back, I have my hot cable, the positive, tied in. This one here is a 1500 watt power inverter. It's got dual fans on it. It's got mounting brackets to where you can mount it. It's got the ground cable. It also has a physical ground to protect you from any kind of shorts. Now on the front here, I have the 3 plugs here. I have a power on-off switch. I got a power light and a fault light. The fault light may come on briefly when you first turn them on, which is okay. That just goes through a self-check. If it stays on, it means that there's a problem with it. Now with the cables, if you watch my other video about inverters, it describes as to what size cable you have to have for certain distances. This one here is about standard. It's usually anywhere between 4 to 6 feet. But I've had this installed on a truck previously. So I'm just hooking this up for a demonstration. Right now I've already got it hooked up to my battery. It's all connected up. You want to make sure everything is completely tight. Nothing's touching on both sides. And then hopefully later on, when I get the chance to do it, I'll show you how to actually install one of these. Now, depending on what you're going to operate, the truck or your vehicle may not necessarily need to be on. If you're going to run like maybe a light bulb, a radio, the truck doesn't really have to be on. If you're going to run a microwave, something that's heavy duty, it's a good thing to have the motor running to do that.
It's also a good idea to start your motor every now and then if you're going to use it long term to charge your battery.
True. That way your battery don't go dead on you. What I'm going to do now is going to turn the inverter on, and I'm going to plug some stuff up. This is going to demonstrate to show you the things that you can run off these inverters. Now this is a modified square wave inverter. This is the cheapest they are, and you can see how small and compact they are. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hook up a hair dryer. There's a lot of people, especially women, who likes to use their hair dryers on RVs or traveling and stuff. This is also a good way. These usually run about anywhere between 1100 to 1200 watts, depending on how powerful they're going to put out heat. And let's plug it up. Now all we have to do is turn the power on. You probably can't see it from the sunlight, but the power is on. And then all you have to do is turn it on.
High to low.
Got the low setting here, and now you got the high setting.
You got a stinky smell.
And as you can see, it works pretty good. Great for the winter time. It'll keep your face warm. You put it on low, put it on high. Now these inverters also come with some of them, depending on the power, they come with fans in the back of them. On the back here you can see these 2 fans. If a power inverter goes over 100 watts, these fans will come on to help keep the system cool. If you turn this on, which pulls high power, you can feel the air that comes out of it. And you can hear them coming on. That means that the unit is over 100 watts, so the fans are coming on to keep it cool. Now this particular inverter will go up to 1200 watts continuously, but it will run a 1500 for about 30 minutes. So we just trim into this. There might be a time that you may need to drill a hole or something. If you're out working on something, you need AC power and don't have any, here's another good reason you might need a power inverter to run the drill. You gotta plug it in first, right? Now as you can see, it works perfect. Reverse it. Works right. You don't see no problems with them like this at all. So if you need something to drill in your RV or your traveling vehicle, you need to drill a hole for something, portable tools. Next thing I'm going to show you is a microwave. Now to do this, I want to start my truck up to get the battery charging. Now you also need to keep in mind that these inverters do require a lot of power. And in my previous video in the power inverters, I showed you how to calculate what these inverters will require depending on what you need. Now this truck behind me contains a 160 amp alternator, which is plenty. This particular inverter only needs about 125 when the truck is running. I'll demonstrate. Okay, now as you can tell, I got my motor running back here around the same RPM as you would be as if you was going down the road. This is good because the alternator needs to be charging the battery and be able to provide enough power to run something like a microwave. As you can see, I've got it plugged up. I got me something to put in there.
Never operate a microwave with nothing in it.
Now I've got my power turned on. The trucks are running, providing power. Now, just hit popcorn. And as you can see, it's cooking. You can feel the heat coming out. So as you can see, even a microwave can be operated off of a power inverter.
Depending on how big the microwave is.
Yeah, it's nice and hot. But if you want a microwave, these are common in vehicles. Some microwaves you can buy also come with a built-in inverter. Other things that you can run, unplug this. Now you've seen the demonstration on the microwave. You know everybody's got to have a radio or a VCR computer. Well, just to show you these things will work on a power inverter too. I got this plugged up, going to the radio. As you can see here, the radio works just fine. Well, what if VCR?
And I want to mention that crack does kill.
Oh, bite me. You can plug the VCRs up. Put tapes in here, all sorts of things. Most things that you use every day can be powered by these power inverters. All you have to do is make sure that you have a vehicle with a strong enough alternator. You have your cables that are thick enough to handle the current. And I teach you most of this stuff on that other video. Another video I want to work on is showing actually how to install one. For most of these things you have to be careful and I will show you in another video how to actually install one of these. But this is merely a demonstration. You have something you need to cut, no AC power, well, here's a saw. Plug it up, it's on. Works like fun. What if you need to grind something?
Or fan.
Maybe you need to sand something. Well, here's a sander. Works good.
Don't forget, when you put these tools under, to use them and put them under load, they're going to draw more than just freewheeling.
Yep. You want to make sure that you don't overload your power inverter at any time. It will protect itself. And as long as you keep everything under the limits, the inverter will work all you want it to work. You'll never have a problem with these things. This one here I've had for 6 years now. Never had a problem with it. And I've ran every one of these tools off of it just to show it to you.
And you can plug in more than one thing as long as they don't add up to the value.
If you want to plug more things up, you can add the amperage or the wattage, whichever the device uses, add them up together, and as long as you don't go over 1500 watts, you can plug it up, multiple devices at the same time. Well, I'm your host, Mr. Fix-It. Thank you for watching.